Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel. I made myself a nifty little mouse rocker. In this short video, I'll be talking about how this works and the overall design approach. I will be uploading all the design files to instructables.com or Thingiverse from where you can download the files and make one of your own. Let's get started. There are many ways to make a mouse rocker, but I wanted to make something very simple and universal that will work with different makes and models of all the wired and wireless mouse that we have out there. So here I have three of them. I have one which is my regular use mouse, and then I have another one that I use with my tablet, and also there's another that I use with my personal laptop. So as long as the mouse models fit a certain size and shape, this mouse rocker must be able to work with most of them. So I have the main body here that's attached to the servo housing, and the servo housing contains a full-size Radio Shack servo, and it drives the rocker mechanism. And the rocker mechanism is ultra simple. It's a couple of rocker arms on either ends that supports a tray on which the mouse will rest. And these two rocker arms are actually mounted inside of a couple of bearings on either side of the main frame. And the premise behind this idea is that the plastic parts must be able to move smoothly without much friction, even if the bearings are old and worn out when the mouse is sitting on top of the tray. So that's a lot of mechanical mass that moves from side to side, and therefore I wanted to have something that would introduce very less friction. The drive mechanism is basically a Radio Shack servo that's fitted inside of the servo housing, and the servo drives one of the rocker arms through a coupling. I wanted to have a very positive power transmission between the servo and the rocker arm, so I designed and built a coupling that will hold the servo horn. Here you can see marked in red. This is basically a full servo horn or a servo cross with four pointed ends, and that servo horn is actually held in place by this drive coupling to ensure that there is a positive drive between the servo and the rocker mechanism. Next comes the electronics. The servo is driven by a VMOS D1 Mini microprocessor. I wanted to go for this microprocessor because it is very small, very affordable, and also Wi-Fi enabled. So in the future, I will probably be programming this VMOS D1 Mini to host a tiny web server so that I can have Wi-Fi control over the timing of this rocking mechanism based on how frequently or how infrequently I want to rock the mouse from side to side. So to hold the VMOS D1 Mini in place, I have a very simple fixture that I have stuck onto the body with double-sided tape. And this fixture is a very simple design, and I have many number of these VMOS D1s with this combination of male and female headers combined, and it gives me a very convenient way to mount the VMOS with a fixture of this design. And you can take this fixture and mount it on either side, either on the left or on the right, based on which side of your computer or laptop this mouse rocker is going to be positioned. So the wiring is pretty simple. The three wires from the servo go into the three pins on the VMOS D1 Mini. You have the power wire, you have the ground wire, and you have the signal wire. And the VMOS runs a very basic sketch to rock the mouse. So that's pretty much it on the electronics part of it. So when you make one of your own mouse rockers, the variable probably is going to be the angle at which the mouse is rocked from side to side, and it will depend on several factors. First of all, you need to center the servo and mount the horn accurately, and also position the rocker arms correctly. And the second would be if you mount something like these soundproofing pads, then you will have to take that into consideration before you adjust the angles. So it's all based on a bit of trial and error. So the reason I have these soundproofing pads here is because when the platform moves from side to side under the weight of the mouse, the plastic on plastic contact makes this whole mechanism a bit clacky. So it tends to make some noise, and as a result, I wanted sort of bring that noise level down. So you will have to take that into consideration when you adjust the angle. In my case, the angle to rock the mouse from side to side is about 10 degrees on each side. So last but not the least is this flexible mat. The reason I have it is because if I take this entire assembly and put it on my desk without any friction grip, then the mass of the mouse moving from side to side would tend to move the entire mouse rocker out of place, and you don't want that. So what I did was I printed this flexible mat using 85 shore hardness number TPU from NinjaFlex, and putting this entire assembly on this friction mat prevents this whole thing from moving from side to side. Now, alternately, you could put this on some kind of a non-slip surface to prevent this whole mechanism from moving across your desk. And that is all for now. I hope you like this video, and I hope you give it a thumbs up and share and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you soon in a future video where I'm going to take this apart and put it together to show you how this whole thing is assembled. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.